This video is going to focus on saving toolpath operations to a library. Now what's displayed in my graphics area is the geometry necessary to machine a detail with a through hole, an O-ring groove, and then 10 drilled holes. Let's see how this looks in Verify. The center hole is being cut using a circle mill toolpath. The detail for the O-ring groove will be done using a contour ramp toolpath. The next operation is a spot drill operation, and this is being drilled to a depth that will leave a chamfer around the 1/4 inch hole. And here's the 1/4 inch drilling operation, and you can see the remaining chamfer from the spot drill operation. Now the purpose of this exercise is, what if this detail is common to several items within a family of parts? I can create and optimize my toolpaths for machining this detail, then export this group of operations so that I can recall it at a later time and apply it to parts where I wish to use the same strategy. So once I've fine-tuned the parameters of my toolpaths, from my Ops Manager I right-click, select Export, and then select where I would like to save this group of operations. I'll click my Browse button. I'll navigate to a folder that I'd created earlier. It's labeled 10-hole BHC for bolt hole circle. Select it, and then click OK. I'll name my file. I'll just call it the same thing. Now I have an option to export the operations geometry. Now with this option checked, Mastercam saves the operations and the geometry that's driving those toolpaths. I'll select Export. I get a message telling me that my 4 operations were exported successfully. Click OK and OK. And now all of these operations are saved into a directory along with the geometry that is driving them. Now that we've seen how to export operations to a directory, this video is going to focus on how to import them. Now this is a group of operations that will machine a 3-hole pattern around an instrument cutout. We'll go ahead and run Verify so you can see the order in which the operations take place. My first tool comes in and roughs out the inner detail. The same tool machines a counterbore around the surface. My second tool comes in and finishes the inner detail, chamfer, spot drill, and drill. Now let's say that this pattern is common to several of my parts that I've machined in my shop. So what I've done is I've exported the series of operations that are necessary to complete this detail along with the geometry that drives those toolpaths. So let's say that I produce a face panel for several different customers. Each customer uses the same face panel, but they each require their own unique hole pattern. The hole placement is the same for each of the customers. It's just that each customer has its own unique pattern. So I can have several different groups of operations saved, each group corresponding to the appropriate customer's hole pattern. Now before I import my operations, I'm going to go into my properties, go to my tool settings, and I'm going to make sure that I disable assign tool numbers sequentially. This way my tool numbers will stay the same as they are in my original operations. Otherwise what will happen is Mastercam will renumber my tools. In this case I don't want that to happen. Click OK. Now I'll right-click, import, go select my directory, and I have this saved in a folder for 3-hole bolt hole circle. Click OK. Import operations geometry and disable duplicate tool checking. I'll click Import. I don't want to add new toolpath groups, so I'm going to click No. Now I'm going to go and just select my points. And it's just like rubber stamping a toolpath. Escape to quit. 6 operations imported successfully. Click OK and OK. Now I have all of my toolpaths in here. I'll regenerate all of them. We'll go into Verify, Isometric View, and we'll run it. And we'll see that it machines all of the hole patterns just like I had saved it before. Now the only thing that I'd like to change is it's doing each pattern complete, which means that there's going to be a lot of tool changing going on. So what I can do is go back to my Ops Manager, and I'm going to right-click and collapse. Right-click again and select Sort. And I'm going to sort by tool number. I'll click OK. And we'll see how this looks now. We'll go back into Verify, and we'll see that all my tool paths have been arranged according to tool numbers now. So they've been grouped so that I don't have as many tool changes. It's going through and using tool number 1, doing all the machining, coming back in with tool number 2, and so on. And there you have it. So I've been able to create a series of operations, save those operations to a directory along with the geometry that's driving them, and then by importing those operations along with the geometry, it allows me to literally rubber stamp those tool paths onto another part.